So hello everybody and welcome to the Thaco Gamers as Matt and I battle our head colds and some horde. Well, I guess probably not horde. We're not PvPing today. We're going to go do a
Nope.
dungeon because I
We're
have
gonna
not
go
played.
to a dungeon.
Queue us up, by the way. Queue it up.
Yeah.
So I have not played World of Warcraft in probably about a year. How long's it been for you, Matt?
I think it's almost been a year.
Has it?
Yeah, I think we stopped about the same time.
Now you've been playing recently for like
Like a week
a
or
week or
two.
so.
Yeah.
So you kind of getting back into it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I have been. I have not been in. I just got back into the game yesterday for the first time, and all I did was just kind of. Actually, I did a little
Look
bit of
around.
leveling. I did a little bit of leveling with my warlock, who is still in the Draenor. What's the name of that place?
It
Draenor?
depends. I don't even know anymore. The Broken Isle, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like Suramar and Azuna?
No. The one before that, the warlords, Wad. He hasn't finished that
Wad.
yet. Yeah, he's like a level 96. So I'm in
God,
Draenor.
yeah, Draenor. Ugh.
Yeah.
What a disaster of an expansion, huh?
I actually
Kinda
I didn't mind it. I liked
No,
it better
I mean-
than Pandaland. I didn't like Pandora, but
Bandari was kind of, it was.
Pandaria.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid. That's where our guild actually made it to Warlords and then just kind of fizzled out because it was so bad.
So I just fiddled around a little bit with my warlock to try to get him back up to at least Legion, so I can go through that content. But I'm on with my rogue, who is max level, but has a gear score of, I believe, we calculated out, and it's about 7.
The 7.
Let me see. How do you get? I don't even know how to bring that screen up anymore. Oh my god, my item level is 797. That's fine.
Wow.
So
I'm surprised they can queue for a dungeon with you. I am almost 100 points over you.
are you really?
Yeah, I'm at 893, but even that's low. Like, the stuff that you can get now just from doing the daily quests of the expansion that they not the expansion, but I guess like the content they just opened up is 910.
Really?
Yeah.
It took
and
a while
that's
for
not
that
even
to
like
compute.
raid finder stuff. Yeah, 910. So like 200 points higher than what you are almost.
Wow.
Is that insane?
Yeah.
And dude, I'm telling you, man, like they need a stat squish or they just need to kill the game because it's getting out of control. It's absolutely stupid.
Well, see, I have 1.2 million hit points.
Yeah,
it looks
I
like.
just hit a guy for 1.5 million.
Did you?
Seriously? What 1.5 million? How like I can't even talk. It's so stupid. It has hit my stupid epicenter of my brain.
That's funny.
It's just, I don't know. It's absolutely insane. I don't understand why they haven't done a stat squish. I don't know. It's definitely not the WoW you used to play.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. We should do
Now
a
it's
video
all
on that.
about, oh, dude, man, I could do a video on that all day long. They actually just released, in one of the, what do you call it? The servers that aren't supposed to be around.
Oh, the new Nostralius?
Yeah, the new Nostralius type servers. They just released Nax. And then, no. Yeah, Nax. Yeah.
From Vanilla or from
Lich
Lich
King.
King?
Lich King Nax.
Okay.
So they just released that, and then people are running around with, the Frostmourne and stuff like that. So they're actually in the good part of WoW, where it started getting pretty sweet, and they're finishing off the storyline, and that's really sorry. one of the only reasons that I'm going through this right now is to just do the story quest. Do the story quests, find out what's going on, that kind of thing. And then I'll probably be done until they release World of Warcraft 2. Which shouldn't be too long.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, they said they got a big announcement during BlizzCon coming out, so I don't know what the big announcement. Hopefully it's going to be. I mean, they just released Destiny 2, so, and that's been around for not even a third of what WoW has been around for. But I think they're definitely going to have to do either a stat squish or just kill it.
I don't know.
So.
I saw a video the other day where they were saying, we're not telling you what we're going to have at the 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft, but there will be a 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft. That was one of the devs was saying that.
We don't want you to think that we're getting rid of everything, but we might be getting rid of everything. That's what's going to be the 20th anniversary. Your game is now gone. We're wiping all of the servers. Go play on Nostalrius or whatever the heck it's called. Nostradamus.
I don't know. We'll see. Was just thinking, it's funny you mentioned WoW too, because I was just thinking like earlier today that I think it's time. Like for me.
Yeah.
I think it's time for a second World of Warcraft.
For sure. And I think if they released it, that it would do really well.
Oh my God, there's no way that it couldn't.
Right? Especially with the following and everything that World of Warcraft has.
But they have some freedoms now to be able to do things that they can't really do because the game is so big. There's so much to go through. They can't make this the grind that it used to be.
Right.
Because it would take just eons.
Yeah, right.
For a new
Could you
player to
imagine,
get into.
like, because it literally took like almost 3 months to get from level 1 to 60.
And that was for a kind of a hardcore player too.
It was. Now you can go from 1 to 110 in like, I don't know, what is like, they got world records for this shit now. That's like 8 hours.
Jeez.
You're like, seriously, 110 levels in 8 hours? How much of a game do you really experience in that time?
Yeah, none.
Just, you bypass everything. And all it is a giant dungeon delve,
See,
you go in from dungeon to dungeon to dungeon and maybe do a quest at the beginning of the dungeon and, you'll get to the next dungeon. There's 3 more quests at the beginning. And by the time you get out of it, you're 15 levels higher than you were when you went in.
See, I personally don't understand the power leveling. I don't get it, because when you get a game like this, it's going back to, even though I hate to bring this up in like every video, but Arcade, people bitch about the end game in that, and whatever. Let's say that all their things about the end game sucking because of pay to win, whatever, is true.
Right.
That doesn't negate the fun and the enjoyment that I got out of leveling, out of crafting the ship for the first time, sailing around, doing all that kind of stuff. And
getting there.
Yeah, and that's if I put no money into a game and get a solid 200 hours out of building my non-instanced house, getting my ship, putting our stupid faces on the sail, you know what I mean, doing the questing, which was actually pretty cool in that game, seeing the new areas and doing all that stuff. If you get to endgame and it sucks, then okay, well, that sucks. I had a good 200 hours out of it, and I had the last 10 hours sucked, so now I'm done with that game. I'll move on to something else.
Right.
With WoW, or any game really, when they say it's all about the end game, for me, it's not. The leveling experience is so huge, and that's, I don't know, it's not just about friggin' running a dungeon or a raid or whatever. There's so much adventure to be had. These are role-playing games.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that
Oh yeah,
you
it's an MMORPG.
yeah, and that's what the whole point of it is about, is living this life, being this character in this world, and
Mm-hmm.
experiencing the towns and the people and the quests and all the other stuff. And it just, to power level through in 8 hours is just retarded to me.
Yeah,
It's so stupid.
and that's one of the things that one of the reasons, like I said, one of the reasons that I came back to Draenor, or all this stupid kill Jaden, all that kind of stuff, is the storyline of the paladin that I created.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the stories that they have are amazing. I wanted to finally get Ashbringer. And they actually put that in this game. You can finally get Ashbringer. It's a legendary weapon, and if you follow any of the lore of the Paladin, they always talk about how Ashbringer, in all these stories and all that kind of stuff. And even when WoW first came out, you could get the corrupted Ashbringer, and that was like this really rare weapon that you would have to do all sorts of stuff to get, and very few people had it.
Mm-hmm.
Now every paladin that's owns a horse has a freaking Ashbringer, but
Yeah.
I think it's still pretty cool because it's Ashbringer. But I mean, I remember like when you hit level 20 as a paladin, and they give you the quest to go get Verrigan's Fist, and you have to go all the way to like through South Shore to Shadowfang Keep,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like all Horde zone.
Mm-hmm.
So you're traveling, and there's no flying mounts. Everything's on the ground. I don't know. It's just a completely different game. It actually immersed you in the world.
Mm-hmm. And
Now it's just,
well, it can.
there's a dungeon.
Right, exactly. And that's, even the casual gamers will say that, I like the high speed because I have a family and a life, and I can't sit and play games like I did when I was in college or high school or whatever.
Right.
Which I get that to a certain extent, but at the same time, I don't need, I don't know, I'm just the opposite of everybody else. It's just like I was saying with that D&D campaign. Maybe I wasn't telling you, maybe I was telling Chad, but like I said it'd be cool to do a D&D campaign for the once a year that we get together and play D&D, like when all of us can actually be in the same physical room at the same time once a year.
Yeah.
Get together and play D&D and have a campaign that lasts 20 years. Like, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? You get one level a year, and you play
get one
through.
level a year, and you play through,
And you have a great,
eventually,
amazing story. Yeah.
15 years from now, we're all killing each other. But yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's creating that history.
Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with the time that it takes. I don't need to blow through all the content in World of Warcraft or any other game in a matter of 6 months, and then have seen all of the end game content and be done with the rating or whatever else and put it away. Why not just play the game, see all the areas, see all the quests, and do all that kind of stuff? I don't know.
So
That's
that
just
being
me.
said, what are your thoughts about like Raid Finder and stuff like that being introduced into the game?
Same thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking about when I said that, actually, about how this used to be. That was a whole part of it, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was so a part of it. Having to find all of the people, you know what I mean? Get together with them. Find the dungeon for the first time. Make sure you got a warlock with you so he can summon the people that are like way out in BFE.
Right.
So
now it's all right, well, we're gonna go do a raid, so everybody just sit in the main city and we'll queue up.
Like it's what we're doing right now, even for this dungeon.
Right. I'm out here in the middle of the world just doing quests instead of running to a summoning stone. Mm-hmm. I'm just out here like, no big deal. I'll just wait for it to pop, and 25-minute queue, blah blah blah.
And it kills guilds. There can no longer be. I mean, there can, and there still are, and they need to be for like the hardcore guild. But you can. I don't know. You can just basically see all the content in the game without ever having any real interactions with another human being. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that
Yeah.
seems to defeat the purpose of a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. Like,
No,
if I want
agree.
a single-player experience, I'll play single-player RPGs. They're just better anyways for that.
Right. Yeah. Like Nathan Drake or whatever the heck. What is that game called?
I wouldn't call it an
All
RPG,
I know is
but
Nathan
yeah.
Drake. It's not an RPG. You're not role playing a character.
Well, kind of. It's not in the traditional. That's more of an adventure game, like Lara Croft. That's like Tomb Raider,
Like Tomb Raider.
which I wouldn't call an RPG in the traditional sense, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I get it.
But
But
you know,
still.
but even just as far as if you just want to play an RPG and not deal with real people,
Hmm.
you know, what's the point of an MMO if all you do is see people and you're like, oh,
Right.
I know that's a real person, but I don't care. I'm not going to talk to them or associate with them at all.
Yep.
Just play Skyrim and look at all the characters in there and pretend that they're real.
Pretend that they're real. Give them all. Dude, I actually want to see somebody do a video like that. Like, this is Frank. We've been friends for 3 years in Skyrim. I killed dragons, and he kind of sits at Stormhaven, waits for me to get back. He misses me while I'm gone.
He misses me.
I don't know. I just think that's funny. But yeah, you're right, man. I mean, like, it seems like all games are going that route now. You know, the easier, let's put this easier, quicker, faster way to get everything in the game so that we don't have to be bothered with long content.
Yeah.
And then we'll just push out expansions or updates every other week. You know? Which is a bummer. And that's the way that, I mean, even WoW, the developers have said, you know, hey, we're gonna push out more content because you guys are flying through it so fast. Well, don't give us, you know, 3.5 million hit points.
Right.
Don't make somebody hit another person for, you know, 1.5 billion. It's just, it's stupid.
What do you say you need for artifact power right now?
1.4 billion, 1.488 billion to go up. And you know what the sad thing is? There's probably people out there that need like hundreds of billions because they've been playing this game. They didn't take a year off.
Right, exactly.
So ridiculous. Could you even imagine that? I couldn't even imagine that. Like, seriously, what are you going to do for like 3 months? You're going to sit there and just try and get all this artifact power just to up your strength by 3,000 or something like that. I'm like, I don't know. Just seems anticlimactic.
I agree.
And they've added artifacts in like they're just candy now.
Smaller numbers bring more impact to a bigger number, I think. Meaning, like, think about Dungeons and Dragons. Like,
Yeah.
you're playing, like, let's say a level 3 or 4 character. You know
And
what
you
I mean?
hit for 10,
And it's like,
and you're like, oh my
yeah.
god, dude, I just wrecked that guy.
I know.
You're like, I just backstabbed this guy for 15 points of damage.
You have,
and
like-
you like one shot him,
Yeah.
and they're like, you're like, holy crap, dude, I'm a god.
You know, so it kind of loses its impact when you have numbers that are so high. You're like, oh, I just hit that guy for 34 trillion.
Yep.
You know, his life is down like 3% now. You know?
Yeah.
Whatever. You know, who cares anymore?
Yep. That's pretty much all this game has come to. It's all one big number crunch, and everybody just gets stupid, crazy numbers. I remember watching, I think it was either Swifty, I think it was Swifty, who actually hit somebody for 1 million hit points in a battleground in a Warsong Gulch with a warrior, and it was like, holy crap, dude, I can't believe I just did that, you know? And it was like this huge thing. And now it's like, okay, my melee attacks, my regular melee attacks hit for like 1 million.
Right.
It's so stupid. Like, what is even the point of that? You know?
That's funny you're saying all that, and I was just blasting away on a training dummy a little bit while you were talking earlier. And, like, I'm lucky right now to hit 400,000 with my attacks, so I'm definitely not geared well
behind the times. No, I'm telling you, dude, it's like all of a sudden you'll hit like this. You can tell too on your artifact power. Like you probably need a couple of thousand to go up. All of a sudden it will go from like you'll need like 6,000, and then your next one will be like 1.8 million, and you're like, wait, what? But it's stupid because they give you these, you know, these items, and I know they just like, well, you'll see. We'll see after we do one of these.
You might have to talk me through this. I have no idea what's going on. Everyone else is gonna all know what this dungeon's all about, and
so Assault in the Violet Hold. Basically, the dungeon is just this one. You've done this before.
Yes, I have. This is Lich King, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lich King.
Okay, yeah, I remember this, and I think I've done it with you even on Legion.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So this is just the throngs of enemies come from these portals, and then some dude comes out and announces a boss now.
You know, what's funny, this was, I think I'm going to put this up as a dungeon banter, and most of it was town banter.
Town banter, yeah.
I was just running around the town.
You have to do two different videos. One of them is going to be dungeon banter, the other is town banter.
I was actually thinking about that. That's funny. Oh, this ability teleports me behind him. Good to know. Forgot about that. I need to zoom out a little bit.
He's so stupid. Crusader Strike hits for 400,000. 400,000.
I'm hitting for my finishing moves for 166. God.
800,000. 700. See, I'm like, seriously. A big number. I don't even know what would be a big number right now. You know, like.
Remember when? Oh, I just hit for almost 400,000.
See, I just hit that guy for 1 million.
Oh,
literally 1 million. Like, I don't even know what would be a big number. 3 million? Is that a big number? Would that be a big number in this game?
For me, it would right now.
Yeah, right? Oh, 15 would be a big number for you. I just hit that guy for 10 hit points. Oh, my God.
What are we doing? Where are we going?
We're waiting for these little things to pop up. See this guy floating around.
So now, since this is going to be kind of a nostalgic discussion of WoW, I'm finding.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't intended to be this, that's kind of what this is turning into. And that's what's sad about this.
About WoW? Yeah.
Well, we don't have to think about this dungeon. And I even know the last few that we played, even when we weren't like super uber geared for this, that, hey, 500,000 there. Did something at least. But, you know, we got slightly distracted there. Okay, so we don't really have to think about this that much where we can talk about this. And the stats have made it so insane that it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, like, seriously.
You can seriously casual. It used to be a feat to be able to defeat the raids and to see the end game content and stuff like that. And now it's just kind of
when
like anyone can do it.
What was it? Not Warlords. Cataclysm. When Cataclysm came out, me and a group of guys from our guild who were geared from Pandaria. Wait. From Lich King. Started going into dungeons right when we hit max level. And it was brutal, dude. Like, we were getting smoked in these heroic dungeons. And, like, everybody was getting smoked in these heroic dungeons. Now it's just button mashing to get loot at the end. They've turned World of Warcraft into a better looking Diablo.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's a good
analogy. That's a good analogy, yeah.
That's all it is. It's a giant loot pinata, and even with, Raid Finder, like I did Raid Finder the other day, the Kill Jaden battle. Which is like the end battle up until this new patch, but it's like you really don't have to know the mechanics.
Right.
You know, you could just go in there stay out of the red, and and kill it. It's so ridiculous. They do have the cool little adventurer's journal, adventurer's guide, which I thought was pretty cool. You can click on that, and then it tells you all about the boss and its abilities and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, like this one is Blood Princess, so you can click on her, and it says damage dealers, and then gives a couple of their abilities that you have to watch out for and that kind of stuff. So if you want to do the work and you want to learn the encounters, you can do that. But you don't need to.
What I miss from Dungeons, I remember, and this is before you and I ever played together, but Chad and I doing, I think it was Blackrock Spire from Vanilla. Is that the one where you had to go, like, cross the chains over the lava and all that? Okay, so when we went through there, I remember before every encounter, we'd be like, all right, sap him.
This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sap him, sheep him, and then we're going to take this guy down and get the healer first, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yep. And now if you sap somebody as a rogue, people are like, what are you doing?
I know.
You even have that ability on your bar and you're not PvPing. What is your problem?
And that used to be so cool.
Yeah, like that there, like this boss right here, this Blood Princess, I literally just stood behind her and spammed Templar's Verdict over and over and over again.
I was just backstabbing. I think I hit a couple of finishers maybe, but why? Who cares? What's sad is we're playing this. We love this game, and it's so near and dear to our hearts that we still come back and play it, even though we bitch about it the whole time.
And we bash it. Yeah, we're just like, oh, man, do you remember back in the day when this game was good? And then we're just like face rolling against these bosses. Do you remember? I remember.
It's Member Berries from South Park. Have you seen that?
No.
You got to watch that. You'd like it.
I'm going to have to watch that then.
Remember Star
I haven't watched
Wars?
South Park in a long time.
Remember Chewbacca? I remember Chewbacca.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, I enjoy playing this game to an extent. But really, like I said, I've just come back for the story.
Well, I will say one huge improvement that they've done, and I feel like it started in Warlords of Draenor, is the storytelling really got it. It started to make a little bit, even though, okay, Draenor was kind of weird because of the whole time travel thing, and redoing the whole orc storyline. But other than that, the way that they presented the story was pretty cool. Like it used to be really hard to follow, for me, to follow the storyline. And ever since Lich King, they've really been nailing it, and it's just been getting better and better, and they really got it when they got those adding a lot more cinematics in.
Yes.
And then
Blizzard has always done an amazing job with their cinematics.
Well,
always.
Even though they look kind of cheesy, I like that they've added even the in-game engine cinematics, like cutscenes in between. You know, when you do like a quest line or something, and you'll see, you know, somebody come out and talk, even though it's using the in-game engine. I like that they're using those things to deliver the story a little bit. So that's definitely an improvement that WoW has done
over the years.
So, you know, it's not, everything about this is not all bad, but
no. I mean, they've done a ton of good stuff. Like they've upgraded the character models. I mean, look at these shoulder pads I'm wearing. They look badass.
Are you the glowing ones?
Yeah, the glowing purple ones. Those are sweet, man. And even though they're a remake of some old PvP shoulders, they still look pretty sweet. And look at that. Did you see that? That guy? That Infernal? He just sits there and he's like spamming an ability, and his little cast bar is going down, and none of us interrupted it.
I know.
And I looked up and I was like, oh, okay, we can interrupt it. So I did, right at the end. But, I mean...
Yeah, but who cares?
Who cares? We could have gone like this guy. Oh, he's going to cast a Shadow Eruption, and nobody's going to interrupt it. Shadow Blast. Nobody's going to interrupt it.
Someone interrupted one of them.
I'm pretty sure that was you.
No, it wasn't me.
You're just doing that. Somebody accidentally misclicked on a bar. I guarantee
my
it.
kick is not on cooldown. Is that that's the only interrupt I can remember that I have? Is kick my only interrupt?
Yeah, kick, gouge, kidney shot, cheap shot. Yeah, I think that's the only one.
Do I have all those?
Yeah.
Being subtlety?
Yeah. But you can only use them. I mean, some of them you can use them. Like these guys can be stunned, so you can use them on these guys, but you can't use them on bosses.
Oh, okay.
Just kick is for boss.
Okay. That's what I was referring to. I don't think I've interrupted a regular mob since like Burning Crusade.
There's no reason to. I don't think any mage in the world has sheeped a regular mob since like, yeah, Burning Crusade.
Is this the last boss?
No. But we do have we kill this one, and I think there's the one more after it.
You know what's funny is people watching us play this too. They can legitimately say, "All right, guys, you guys are talking all this crap, but you're obviously way over leveled. You're supposed to be doing harder dungeons." So I'll give you that. But well, technically, probably I shouldn't, but you definitely should. Probably everyone else in here. But so I'll give you that. But I did a kick just for fun. I don't even think you had anything to interrupt there. I just wanted to do it. This game, though, even when this expansion first came out and we were into it and playing, with I think it was just me, you, and Chad. I think everyone else we were random people that we were playing with.
Right.
But you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna grab 4 groups." You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. When
you
I
wouldn't
tank,
even. Yeah, and you wouldn't even give us
like a freaking crazy man,
Yeah.
and you can do that.
Yeah, and you wouldn't even give us a chance to do anything to prepare. Is there something I should be doing? Can I bust this open or something?
I got you.
It's funny.
This is a boss from ICC,
Yeah, I remember. This is the.
like Cindergosa. Oh, maybe that was it.
That's what I thought.
What was it? That can't be it.
Is that
I think
a good
there's
thing
one
that
more.
You got?
No. You want it?
No.
I don't think I could trade it to you. It's just got strength on it.
Binds when picked up. Stamina. It's got intellect and strength. 2 things I do not need.
2 things all rogues need. Yeah, here we go.
I don't remember what we were talking about now. Oh, but yeah, even when we were going through, when we were the proper level for what we were doing, we were just wrecking everything. We didn't even have to think about it.
It's all face roll. Like, this whole game is turned into just one big face roll. And I'm sure, you know, the high-end guilds that are doing, what do you call it? The, you know, the end raids and stuff like that. Deceiver's Fall and the on Tourist, the Burning Throne and all that kind of stuff. They're not face roll because they're new, but give it a month and they're going to be face roll, you know?
I interrupted him. Haha.
What? Oh, he's dead.
He's
I
not.
interrupted him for good.
The ultimate interrupt.
Yep. Oh no.
Wow.
See, like this. I don't have to worry about aggro. I don't have to worry about getting hit by anything. I can just run around in a circle.
I don't even know who
spamming
our
these
tanks
buttons.
or healers are, or who our tank or healer are. I have no idea.
We have a big giant
or who's
bear
attacking who. We don't have to
whose
focus
name
fire.
sounds really familiar. And our healer is, I don't know, some dude that actually asked, "Are my heals doing okay?" Like, he must be really undergeared too. Oh, he is really undergeared.
Let's start bitching about the healer.
Okay.
We're such trolls.
Freaking heals, man. Watch this. I'm gonna taunt this guy. Ooh, ooh, watch. Alright, I taunted a guy. Oh, didn't even do nothing. You're gonna say, "Let's troll the heels," and then not say a word.
No, I will. Give it a second. We can't do it at the same time. They see we're in the same guild.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I got stunned. I got hit for 1 million. That sucks.
Remember when keys were a thing?
Keys? Yeah.
Yes.
They had the God, what was it? The key bag or the key ring?
Yep.
The key ring that you would. That's funny that you say that because as a jewel crafter, I can make keys to open up lock boxes. Aww.
Do rogues, are they still the ones
Just-
that need to do the lockboxes?
Yeah.
At least they've kept some type of...
This guy's like, what the hell are you talking about? Did you see that?
What? No.
They interrupted him for fun. For funsies.
Interrupt. Oh, I can't. My interrupt's on cooldown. Oh, no, I can't. I'm stealth. I don't have it on my stealth bar.
He's dead anyway before he even gets it off.
Seriously, can I get a heal? Healer sucks.
I'm not gonna get a heal the rest of the dungeon. Watch, I'm gonna end up dying because I'm talking trash. I don't need heals. I heal myself.
He's like, your life is full all the time. What do you want?
Watch this. That's it. I can't DPS like this.
I can't
Oh,
DPS
he's so
like
mad.
this.
Free. Oh. So, we gotta do something. Oh, we gotta DPS these things down. Shoot. I was gonna say, let him die. Is that it? That's it.
There you go.
I just got the symbol of victory. Okay. So, yeah. So, you just got some items from completing
sweet.
the dungeon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got some artifact items as well?
Did I? I don't
Like
know.
an adventurer's wisdom and a symbol of victory?
I think I got the symbol of victory. I vaguely remember seeing that pass through there.
Okay.
Yeah, symbol of victory. So how does that work?
Scroll over that and see what it says.
Grants 9.4 million artifact
Holy shit,
power.
really?
Yeah.
Yours gives the same amount as mine? That's crazy.
To your-
Click on that and see how many times your artifact weapon goes up.
So my artifact weapon right now is item level 804.
No. It's not going to change your item level.
Oh, what will it change?
If you shift right-click on your artifact weapon, it'll bring up your
I haven't done this in so long. So
your
it's
artifact
7,000
talent tree. So 7,000 points will make you go up to your next level. And you just got 9.6 million.
So where do I see my level for this thing?
I think it's up in the top left.
Okay, so level 13. So I just
Level 13. I'm level 55.
So I just eat one of these things?
Eat one of those, and I want to see how high it goes up. It's probably going to go up to like 40.
My artifact power is now 9,471,000, but I'm still level 13.
Oh, you need to go back to your place and level it up.
Oh, so I can... I'm not wasting these by using them
No.
here, though, right? Okay.
No. It stores up.
So I went up to... I had 7,000 artifact power, and I went up to 20... Almost... I had 28 million. Is he still in the party?
He is. He's the only one left. It's him and us.
boot him. Can we vote to kick? Is it too late?
Watch. No. He is the party leader, though, so we can't kick him.
No, it says you are. Oh,
Does
you're
it?
my party leader. Okay.
Yeah, I'm your party leader.
What, did you just start playing?
Oh, man. He's not even saying anything. He's like,
Because
seriously.
he knows we're trolling.
Go back to EverQuest.
I'm not going to do another dungeon. Did you do that, or did he?
No, he did it. Aw, dang it, he left.
Oh, I was going to... He tried doing another one.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
we're just talking trash about him.
I was actually just going to tell him we're just joking, man, but... It's probably like, F these a-holes. Jeez, okay.
You can still tell him, I think. BJ.
All right, well, thank you, everybody, for... if anyone actually made it through the video this long to hear Matt and I bitch about World of Warcraft for the last, what has it been, hour?
Yeah. I just whispered him.
Did you?
I said we were just kidding. Yeah.
Tell them we're making a YouTube video. It was just for the YouTube video.
All right.
But anyways, thank you, everybody, for joining us and listening to our stuffed up, sinusy talk about how much we miss older versions of World of Warcraft. And feel free to let us know in the comment section how we don't know what the hell we're talking about. Or if you agree with us, let us know what you think. I don't care. We're just glad that you stayed this long and liked the video. For everyone that didn't listen this far, screw you guys. We don't want you around anyways. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And you got anything to say, Matt, before we go with your loud-ass typing while I'm trying to talk?
Is it really that loud? It cannot be that loud.
It sounds like you're
Seriously.
smashing the keyboard up against the microphone.
Hold on, let me.
Angrily.
I'm taking off my headset so I can see. It's not even that loud.
You'll hear it in the video when. Go ahead and check this video out. I'll post it Saturday. It's going to be up. So
I don't watch our
Watch it,
videos.
though.
Do you think I'm that vain?
you don't need to, except to go back and just to check this out. You got to at least have it playing on repeat all day. That's how we get all of our.
I know.
How we get all of our views.
Dude, we got 70,000 views on Arcade because I had my Bitcoin miner actually refreshing my Arcade page.
Aw, damn it.
That's why you only got paid like $2 for it.
Oh, geez, that's funny. All right, so all right, thanks everyone for joining us, and we will see you around on our next video. And we'll probably do a little bit more WoW. I think we'll do. I'm enjoying it enough. I'm at least enjoying bitching about it. So
Yeah, man. I say we do a bitching series on WoW. Screw WoW while we play it. I hate you, Blizzard.
I know, that's so
I
funny.
hate you for taking my money.
It's like all those Arcade people. Like even in game, you'd find someone like, this game sucks.
God.
It's so pay to win. Like, why are you playing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, and for all of
away.
those, well, God dang it, there was something that I was gonna say about the hurricane that just went through Florida, because they just released a hurricane awareness pet. So you can actually buy that on the cash shop, and some of the proceeds will go to helping hurricane survivors and stuff, which I think is always really cool when Blizzard does stuff like that.
Yeah, that is super cool.
And another thing is that WoW tokens are a thing, so this game is completely pay to win.
Because you can you can swipe your debit cards, you whales, and just get as much money as you want. And whales was a new term I learned thanks to the Arcade haters.
Don't you know what a whale is? Yeah, it's those things you go after in the middle of the ocean.
In Arcade.
That's what a whale is. Like, seriously, how long have you guys been playing this game? You don't know what a whale is?
All right. So we're going to end the video here. Thanks once again for joining us. I'm going to end this for the third time. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you later.
Pay to win.